Hello and thank you for visiting SaliHughesBeauty.com. Very exciting day for me today. We are shooting, I think this is the last day shooting of my book. We've been shooting for a few weeks. So these are all the photographs for the inside of Pretty Honest, and this is the day where it's me in all the pictures. We've had various sort of real women and readers and so on throughout the rest of the book, but today it's just me. And saving the best till last, I have Mary Greenwell doing the makeup. It's such an honour. I'm thrilled. So Mary's here. And the first shot is of me in my pyjamas at the kitchen table, but obviously I'm not going to wear no makeup, that would be madness. So Mary is going to do a very, very natural look first, and we're going to do something a bit more dramatic later. So what are we doing?
Well, it's so wonderful to see you with no makeup on. I have to say you're as gorgeous without makeup as you are with makeup.
You're the only person
without
makeup.
I mean, we know that makeup is a huge tool and kind of makes everyone feel better, makes you feel better, but in fact your face is absolutely gorgeous without it, and it's really nice to see that. So I'm just going to start by doing a very, very simple makeup.
Okay.
First of all, I'm going to imagine that you've okay, here you go, just come out of the shower, you've moisturised your entire body, always, every morning, guys, really important, but you haven't yet moisturised your face. You've maybe put a primer on or some kind of serum, so I'm now going to use moisturiser which goes under the foundation. And this is a really important one because this is what will keep the foundation alive all day. It will also stop it drying out. It will also help the foundation go on better. So the one you choose at this point is really important. Now the one that we're all in love with is my lovely Charlotte's, which is her magic cream, okay? And this is a really good product under makeup, alright? It's not necessarily the richest one to wear if you have problem skin or whatever, but it just works so well under makeup, okay? So I'm going to put
it has lovely light reflectors in it, doesn't it? Which gives a nice
sheen. Yeah, actually, maybe you know more as a beauty writer what it has in it that we all love so much, that I love so much. And as you can see, I'm being very generous with the amount I'm putting on, okay? I'm not mean with anything in my life, including using great products on someone else's face. So I'm just going to rub that in. Bit of moisturiser, there we go, look up. Done. Okay, moving on. Now, what I'm going to do is, so now we have the foundation. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix my two favourite foundations, which are the, I'm just going to find a towel, everyone.
I will get you a towel.
Thank you. This is like, here we are in Sali's beautiful bathroom.
This is literally my bath.
This is literally
so no locations.
No locations, not my bathroom for a change. Sali's bathroom. I'm going to put that there. So that's why I always put a towel over my subjects.
You're constantly able to wipe.
So I'm constantly able to wipe and slap them when I want to. Okay? Now I'm going to use a mixture of Clé de Peau, which I love, which is the all-in-one healthy glow fluid. Mix it with a bit of the velvet, just for a little bit of extra coverage, okay? This is a great, we are midsummer, so this is number 1. Are you number 2 or 1, darling?
I think I'm 2.
Okay, so here's 2. So I'm going to put that on the back of my hand. 2. Just for a little bit more cover, yeah? But not too much. Okay, so I'm going to mix those two together on the back of my hand, and then just put this on your skin. Again, as you can see, and I never ever use brushes, but that's okay if you do. I wouldn't bother.
You love hands, don't you? You're very sort of fingertips and hands.
I'm very fingertips and hands, yes.
I hate sponges. Do you
By
hate
the way,
sponges?
you're not 2 at all. You're 1, baby. I'm going to have to... This is... Sorry, guys. Okay, this is so interesting. I'm loving the fact we've made a mistake already, and I'm so happy to admit it. You know what? Sali is actually a 1. Okay. She might want to pretend to be a 2. Sali is a 1, so I'm not going to worry about taking too much off. I'm just going to get off the excess and put 1 over the top. All right, darling? This will look a little bit pale. It's going to dry darker, as most foundations do, by the way.
Interesting.
Isn't that interesting? I've noticed that so often that, you put on a foundation, you think, oh, it's too pale. But then by the time it's sort of settled into the skin, it's actually perfect. And we all know it's better to be slightly paler with your foundation than too dark, right? There's nothing worse than, because you can always bring up the colour. You can bring up the colour of the foundation with bronzers and blushes and highlight powders and all of those things, and sculpting powders and etc, etc. Actually, you know what is interesting for me is to see whether I can do your makeup as well as you do your own every day, Sali, because you do it so beautifully.
Thank you. Do you know, I should confess at this point in the video that I hate generally having my makeup done. So when I'm doing an event, if a brand says, shall we do your makeup first, I always say no. And I always say no, I'll do it myself. And the only people in the past 5 years I have allowed to do my makeup are Bobby Brown, Charlotte Tilbury and Mary Greenwell. Because I figure, you know, if you can have one of those people, you're insane to say no. But I mainly do say no.
Yes. Oh, well, I'm very, very honoured. Thank you, my darling.
Because you know your own face. I think quite often with makeup artists, however brilliant they are, you look at your face every day and you know what works. But, you know, you definitely make an exception for Bobby, Charlotte or Mary, I would say.
I think you're absolutely right. I mean, I would love to see what someone did with my face.
Oh God, yeah, but that's the most intimidating thing.
No,
I'd rather die than do your face. It would just be so scary.
Right, so now we're going to... Yes, exactly, okay. So now I'm going to use... I love these NARS concealers.
So good.
Aren't they good?
So good.
Okay, so I'm going to use the NARS... First of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my favourite, which I always do after foundation. So rather than leave your lips to get dry now...
Yes, my lips do feel quite dry today.
Exactly. Well, no, everyone's do. It's just the fact that I don't want to leave them drying out. So before that, I'm just going to put, after the foundation, I'm just going to put a tiny bit of the Sensei plumper on. You know, this one I love. The Cellular Performance Total Lip Treatment. Yes, it's a lovely product. So I'm just going to put some of this on, which I absolutely adore. Just so your lips can be conditioned rather than go on with other parts of your eyes, etc. Now, so I'm going to put the concealer on underneath your eyes. You know, you have to look very natural for this video, right? This is all about you looking really natural. So anybody who is watching this video now, we are not doing... Sally is supposed to look very real and natural. The first shot for what we're doing for Sally's book right now is at the kitchen table, right, darling?
Yeah.
So it's all about you in your pajamas at the kitchen table. So no way do we want you to look like a sort of red carpet beauty at the kitchen table. No. Although you're naturally a red carpet beauty, but I meant makeup-wise.
No, absolutely.
By the way, there's no difference between doing red carpet and this kind of makeup, except this is just a little bit less maybe, and a bit simpler, but otherwise the actual process of doing it is exactly the same. Okay guys, I want you all to notice how much concealer I'm putting on and where I'm putting it. So, it's not like a little dab, it's literally a great big half moon under the eyes. Now this is why this product is so great, because in fact I love this kind of spongy end. Do you?
Yeah, it just makes things so much easier.
So much easier. And now, having done that, I'm going to pat it in. Look up, sweetie. I'm going to pat this in. You're all going to be thinking this is way too much, but you wait. Okay. And I've got the back of my hand to remove any excess. Now I'm patting this in, and I'm taking it down onto the cheek. Now this is where the face already, you can see it starts to come alive. So now I'm going to take this down onto the cheek a bit further. Now where her face maybe looked a little bit too dark before and a little bit out of sync, it's now starting to take shape. It's amazing what concealer does. Just that has made all the difference
it makes everyone look
to
better.
framing the face, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It really does. Now, I'm just going to pat that in. Now, I want to just point something out to you guys. I really love the fact that I'm being so honest in this video and sort of pointing out on a professional level where I want it to be, in my eyes, the best I can do and almost therefore perfect. So I think I've gone a little bit too close to the eye. So I'm just going to move it just in here before it sets too much. So you can see, so you'll be able to see around the eye. I don't want it really quite so close into the lashes. Do you see that? I'm just taking it away a bit just to open up the eye a bit. Patting it in, taking it into the corner here, up into the eye area, up onto the eye, up here, and then down onto the cheekbone, blending it totally into the foundation and opening up this entire area. Do you know the Clinique Little Laura Mercier ones?
Yes, they're great, aren't they? They have lots of coverage.
Great, big time coverage. They have as much coverage as the Estee Lauder Classic Double Wear. So I love these, the new Laura Mercier High Coverage Concealer. They're great, yeah. Along with these, which is really high coverage too.
It's a classic, yeah.
And do you don't ever use this? Do you use too much?
No, I don't. But I like to have some around because it's brilliant at what it does.
Yes, exactly. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a slightly darker NARS one, and I'm just going to put that a little bit on your chin. So I'm now going to start treating areas individually. Just a little weeny bit. Again, it's still a bit lighter than the foundation, and I want that because I want, again, this area to be lifted a bit. I'm not one for putting foundation or concealer on the eyelids.
Interesting.
Some people are, I know, but for me, it's...
I find concealer gathers if you put it on the lids, don't you?
Yeah, and also I think it's kind of, I don't know, I love the nakedness of a lid. You know, children have that wonderful vein of, you have it actually, sort of violet vein that runs through the eyes. So I love to see the skin through until you put the makeup on, but if you get, it sort of takes away from the quality of the skin before you even started. I love Makeup Forever. Do you like Makeup Forever?
I do. You don't see them so much, do you? But I love their tools as well, and their palettes and their little bags and things.
Exactly. They're quite hard to get.
It's just Guru, isn't it, that sells
It's just
them?
Guru,
Yeah.
but they are great, right? So I'm just going to go in here with this pencil, and I'm just going to go into the roots. Look down, sweetie. I'm going to go into the roots, the lashes, and along here. This is the first step. I can smudge it in. This is very soft, this pencil, which is a good thing. I want it to be soft right now. There's nothing complicated or tricky. It's just about blending, making sure you're using the right products for you to achieve the look you want to achieve. Look at me. Look already, it's already how the light had popped. Okay, and one of my favourite circles are these circles. I love them. And you know what? Everyone makes them. Chanel make them, Armani make them. A lot of it, Tom Ford makes them, yes?
Yes.
The Eyes to Kill are divine. Maybe I can use this one. Because again, this is what the point about makeup is. You can kind of, if you know what you're doing, and you have faith in yourself and confidence, you can sort of use anything. Look down. So I just want to use this very softly because it has the right shimmer for what I want to achieve. And the right softness. So again, I'm just using my finger. Please note I haven't used a brush yet.
Yeah.
Right, Tom Ford have a new palette out for the autumn.
Lovely.
Lovely, right?
I love
So
his
now,
shadows.
I know, me too, I love his makeup. Look, they've got their sort of, they look like
That's a beautiful
satin.
colour. Yeah.
Isn't it great? So this palette is called New Dip. Look, it's not even out to the public yet. This is my special packet. Look, who made this brush? Oh, this is a Wayne Goss brush. Lovely Wayne. Okay, I'm now going to just literally line the eye on the outside so the eye becomes a bit more dreamy. Very gently. Everything at the moment is very gentle because we're not trying to give in any way Sally a makeup look. This is meant to be very natural and just enhance her natural beauty. Right, actually we might, do you know what? I'm going to go now, I'm going to use, okay, in this palette, I'm now going to move in from this one to this
Lovely.
one, okay, which is slightly darker, much darker in fact. I'm going to go, I've decided to go a little bit more underneath, because your eyes can take, you're so lucky, because your eyes can actually take a lot of makeup, can't they?
I think that generally I can wear a lot of makeup if I want to.
What I'm liking is the fact that you respond very well to makeup. There's some people that you do one thing and their face completely changes.
Yeah.
And there's some people you can do like, what, so much to, and nothing seems to change.
Yeah, I
and
know
you
what
have
you
one of
mean.
those faces that respond very, very quickly. I'm just going to put a little bit of this on the outside corner, just to open up the outside corner. Okay, so now you can see in this, just by putting that little bit on the corner there, we just open the eye. This eye looks a little bit more closed, but we haven't done this corner yet. So all it is with this corner here, which will just lift the eye and give some sort of magic to that corner, okay? And because we're blending so much and there's no defining lines in this makeup, you know, you can just kind of, you can be quite relaxed about how you do this. It's not about, okay, obviously you have to be even, don't get me wrong, but it's not, you can just sort of go for it and just know that, you know, you're using very soft colours at work and don't be frightened. In fact, the best to practice in makeup when you're using colours like this, they're good colours to work with at the beginning. Now, I'm going to wait to do mascara because I don't want any powder on mascaras. So that'll be the last thing. So I'm now going to do your cheeks. Okay. So
I love cheeks.
When you're doing so when you're doing yourself, it's often a good idea if you're doing yourself and you're building this look to actually do the mascara last. So then the mascara won't have powder on at the last minute. Because I still love, and I'm not saying powders like you have to use it, but there's certain areas that will always be helped maybe by powder, so just hold back.
Powder.
Me too.
It's so underrated. There's something so glamorous about it, and it just makes everything look so polished.
So I'm going to first of all use one of Charlotte's beach sticks. I'm going to find the right colour. I think that's one because this is your pajama look. Now you can either go obviously dab, dab. This is brand new, I've never used it before, so I don't know how it works. I'm sure it works beautifully, but I'm going to be a little bit sort of cautious about how I'm using it because I don't know the context and how the sort of it blends into the skin. Okay, so I'm learning that it blends really well. I'm learning that also you could very much use it immediately after your foundation, before your foundation's dried out too much. It might work better that way. It's a gorgeous thing. I'm now going to build. You just keep patting it in until it sort of disappears. You can see that already that sort of lovely little shadow just from the apple of colouring on the apple of Sally's cheek. So I'm just going to brush them through because I think actually for the morning look we're not going to fill in your brows, okay? Mm-hmm. Is that alright by you?
Oh, I would never fill them in if I was just having a casual day.
Right, exactly, because they're in really good shape already. So I'm going to use, and this has now become a classic product, okay? I'm going to use the Tom Ford.
Now that's been well loved. Look at it. That's been
scrubby, isn't it? So just a little bit, not way back here yet, just a little bit under the cheekbone here. I'm not doing a real contour, as in slicing her face down. We're going to build to that. I'm just going to be just a little bit here, just to lift the cheek.
I feel like I see too much contouring out on the street these days. People are contouring mad.
I agree.
It's become such a big thing.
But one product that's highly underrated are these little Givenchy blushes.
Mm.
Do you know these?
They're a classic, aren't they?
They are.
They've been around for such a long time now.
So now I'm just going to add a little bit of this. Don't smile. That's something that people, are taught to do, and I like to find where I want to put it. Mm-hmm. Right? So you can see that, just that dab of this beautiful apricot palette. Just there. I'm using the same brush. I haven't spot brushes. One brush. This is it. If you use your brushes properly and you keep them clean, like wash them, at least if they're in personal brushes, at least once a week, you can use, and you don't put too much product on them, you can use 1 or 2 brushes for everything, is my theory. So now, Laura Mercier makes amazing natural lip liners. They're great colours. Do you love her lip liners?
Yes, I love lip liner generally.
Exactly.
I always wear it.
So I'm going to use a Laura one. It's very neutral. There's no red in it.
Is there a part of the face as a makeup artist that you enjoy doing the most? Because I know Charlotte's obsessed with eyes and Bobby loves cheeks.
I think what I would enjoy doing the most is skin.
Yeah.
Generally.
Well, you're known for skin, aren't you? You're known for making really beautiful skin.
Oh, thank you.
And it's everything, isn't it, skin?
It's the foundation of everything, isn't it? I love it when you start to see eyes changing with everything you do, every little thing you do, and they start to change. I love that. But I think if you get the skin right, you're really there.
Yeah.
And Charlotte's eyes are amazing. And Bobby's, what does Bobby like? Cheeks? Mm-hmm. What I'm loving right now are these sugar. Do you know these?
Yes.
Aren't they
the
divine?
Tints, they're so nice.
These can be
good brand sugar.
It is. These can be for lips, they can be for eyes, they can be for cheeks, they can be anything, right? But
I haven't tried them on cheeks. Yeah, so this is Fresh, so they have a range within the Fresh brand called Sugar. Very nice.
Yeah. Can you get them in England? You can.
Yes.
You can in Fresh. So this is, as Sally just said, this is a breed. So they become sort of go-to product, haven't they? Right, do this. Great. So now I'm just going to dab this on. open a bit, darling. I don't see the need. I just don't understand. I don't like a defined mouth. I like a mouth that's softer.
The shape of the lipstick is your friend. That goes on properly because it's shaped like that.
Indeed. But also, I think that the hard line of lip brushes is very unattractive. You know, I think what you can normally do is get the line strong enough with a lip liner, right? Which is always going to be much softer.
Yeah.
Okay. Now Sally's mouth looks like a baby mouth, like she could have done that, like she was born like that. It's so.
I probably was born with lipstick.
You're probably right. I think I was definitely born with lipstick. Yeah, just powder, just a little bit. You know, none of you kind of going to want me to do this. You're all going to go, why you going to put powder on? Because I just want to put a little bit of powder through here. And here, and it'll soften Sally's features. And just look out, my darling. Now I'm just going to go over the lashes. Actually, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to remove the excess of the mascara on the brush with tissue, and I'm just going to, because I don't want to add mascara, I just want to remove any powder and make the lashes black at the end. Yes. So I've taken off the excess. Look at me, perfect. So you can see, cover the lashes, but not added a darkness. Just cover them. Very, very little. I'm just going to brush the lashes back and forth, very gently. This is a good mascara. This is the Chanel one. This is actually a really good one. This is the Sublime by Chanel. Okay, my darling, I think you're done for the first look. Should we take your headband off?
Yes, and we'll get Lou in to just quickly do my hair, but it'll be very casual.
Oh no, you look so sweet.
I think she's just going to brush it through.
Really? Because you look so childlike and delicious right now. Okay, do you want to have a look? See what you think? Of course. See what you think.
Mary, it's so lovely.
It's really pretty, right?
It's perfect.
It's sort of a morning look.
Okay.
Green. But I know it's all works well.
Okay.
In the
I don't really like that one.
Why don't you like it?
I just think it's horrible.
But is it nicer then?
Just take a test one. Insane.
But I would have no problem, that doesn't matter.
I mean, that one's
your
not in
natural?
focus. Do you have any in focus, do you think? Sally, what are we doing next, my darling?
What is next? It's the how to look good in a picture.
See one that you like.
Those are nice. I think the looking down.
That one and that one.
It's real.